I cannot believe I didn't remember the actual timestamp on this screenshot. Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Disclaimer, everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. The 1112 King Road camera. There's been so many things going on when it comes to the 1112 King Road camera. Now, what we've been told from the police department for the entirety of this case was that what was on this camera was not only things that could be heard for the timestamp that the crime that took place at 1122 King Road on 11/13/2022 actually took place. Having the footage myself, having received the footage myself from the police department, I would beg to differ, but let's continue. It apparently also shows the multiple attempts of SV1 coming in and out of the neighborhood, the infamous three-point turn, all the things that we've seen for months and months and months and months and months here on YouTube, on mainstream media, on different platforms. It's been extensively looked at. Now, if you've been here on this channel following along, then you guys know that I sent in a FOIA for the 1112 camera footage. What I was told is that the packet that's been out here for, again, months and months and months was from 3:30 to 4:30, and that was something that could just be paid a duplication fee for. A viewer, a member of the channel, sent the PayPal for the $30 duplication fee. I then in turn sent that over to Moscow Police Department. Boom, bada bing, we had the footage. Now, how it came was from a Dropbox type system called Xana, and I have explained this already, but not everybody sees every video, so we're going through it all over again. I then received the download link to go to Xana. I then took the file. It was a zip file. I took all the files out. It was 12 5-minute segments. They were squashed all together. The volume went from 100 to 200. It was downloaded in 4K and then added to the internet. I then asked the person in the FOIA office, what is the entirety of the 1112 King Road footage? Because there's a lot of this that we would really like to see, because there's a lot of things that we've heard and we would really like to get some visual confirmation on some stuff. What I was told was that it only ran from 2:20 in the morning to noon on 11/13 of 2022. That's it. And that's a very strange time to actually start this surveillance footage, considering that we're supposed to believe that they know what time that Kaylee and Maddie got home, what time they left earlier in the night. But it turns out that the Moscow Police Department never really came out and confirmed, at least not at first, what time that Maddie and Kaylee got home that night. As a matter of fact, the way that most of us remember it is that they came out and gave everyone a blanket time of 1:45 a.m. The Goncalves family came out and then said, no, we've seen footage that shows that the girls actually got home at 1:56 a.m. They even went farther. Well, Olivia, Kaylee's sister, went farther at one point to claim that they even saw the girls then taking Murphy out to go to the bathroom. Now, we know now that it was not Kaylee and Maddie that took Murphy out. It was actually Bethany and Maddie. The why, we really don't know. It's all assumption. There's lots of reports about Kaylee actually having some sort of stalker, regardless of what the police department had come out and actually claimed. So maybe that's why she didn't want to be outside and alone, or outside at all in the area with Murphy. Again, it's just an assumption based off of things that we're getting from the police. But the honest thing is that we just don't know. And we've also been led to believe, again, for the past 3 years, that it was not Bethany outside with Maddie and Murphy, that it was Kaylee, because it's Kaylee's dog. So why that story wasn't just told originally, I don't know. So again, knowing that the police department is now telling me that the entirety of the crime scene day footage goes from 2:20 in the morning to noon, it didn't hit me that we had already seen this to be a lie, that we should have known already that this was a lie. This is actually something that was covered extensively at the time here on this channel. And I guess because there's just been so much information coming in, my brain knew that this existed, but didn't realize the timestamp on this. Now, I want to thank a viewer here who sends me things that are very important quite a bit. Thank you very much, girl. Sent me a direct link to a viewer's post that I was tagged in by Eve. You might recognize this symbol, this profile. They have been on this channel going back and forth quite a bit. You guys have probably had conversations with them as well. They posted a screenshot from what looks to be a Reddit post that talks about this screenshot of 11/12 and how it was from a Facebook group.
Yeah, I would say one piece of, I guess, progress that I was really happy to see is that they did officially update the timeline to reflect Kaylee and Maddie getting home at 1:56 a.m.
And once I started digging into my old videos, I realized this is the Brett Norton screenshot. The person who has taken responsibility for this screenshot leaking is right here.
Over here, I leaked a screenshot of what the cam is going to show us from 1112.
Now, the story behind this, Steve Goncalves really did give Brett Norton this screenshot, but it wasn't for the reasons that she used it for. This was given to Brett Norton for them to know that the family has footage that is closer to the actual house that this all took place in, and that the audio in the Linda Lane doesn't match up to what they hear on their footage. Well, now Riley Lively has gone in and verified that Steve Goncalves really did give the screenshot to Brett Norton.
And I spoke to the person who owned the cloud footage. They said law enforcement, took possession. Okay. So when I spoke to Steve, he said, yes, I sent her the still image of the video, not the video. Okay, the timestamp on that photo says 1:56 a.m. Okay. He was trying to explain to her the audio in the Linda Lane is not correct because I have actual footage that is legit. And it does not match up. And that's what he was trying to explain to her.
And I kind of figured that whenever I was looking at the post and thinking back in my brain last night. I don't know what day I'm going to be posting this. I'm actually waiting on a response from the FOIA office right now regarding confirmation in email form that it's only 2:20 to noon on 11/13/22 for this camera. Because, as you can see, the screenshot says what? 1:56 a.m. And what time is that again? Correct. The time that the Goncalves told us that the girls got home.
I found neighbors' Ring camera footage so that I can verify that the Uber driver took her home.
So again, I don't know why I didn't remember that this damn timestamp actually says 1:56. So if the Goncalves have this, why the hell are the police trying to act as if they don't? Why wouldn't they have saved prior to 2:20 in the morning? And again, if you look at the way that I received these files show that the last time that the original person ever did anything to modify them, be it editing the time, be it renaming the file, anything, was on 11/21 of 22 between 6:45 and 6:47 in the morning. Apparently, these have not been touched since then. So why are we being told that the entirety of the 11/22 King Road footage is only from 2:20 to noon if we have this timestamp from the Goncalves?
I have leaked footage.
I'm sorry. What was that, Steve?
I have leaked footage.
I can only imagine Shannon Gray's face when he heard this come out of Steve's mouth. Now, at this point, I am not going to be posting this video until I actually get a response from MPD's office regarding confirmation, because I wrote this down, and if you were in the live where we went over the footage that I did receive, I popped my notebook up into the camera and showed you guys this. It's actually right here. It's right here. I wrote down her name and what she told me. This is the packet, the 3:30. Well, I put 4:20, but it's actually 4:30. The whole thing is up there. But then full king, 2:20 a.m. to noon. Now, this is something else that I told you guys about. There's another 1 hour piece from December 22nd, 2022 from 10:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. from some of the comments that are sort of remembering some of the reports. And this is sort of how I remember it too. Lawrence Mowry, the search warrant guy, also dealt with this camera personally. He's the one who went and removed it, tried to get files from it. They had a lot of issues getting information from this thing. So again, I don't know why they're telling me 2:20 when we've had proof for years now that my brain obviously just did not keep for some reason, that there is definitely 1:56 out there. And I don't see how the Goncalves could have gotten a hold of this and the police didn't get a hold of this. We've talked about this timestamp extensively. So the fact I didn't remember that it actually says 156 is wild to me. Now, granted, this could be fake. It could be a fake screenshot. But we have the family of Kaylee Goncalves claiming this from the very beginning, and the screenshot matches. We know that Brett and Steve were actually in communication with each other. Everything has receipts and has gone full circle at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and end this recording at this point. It is 1:57 p.m. on 10/15/2025. Let me check while I have this open if I've received a response. No, I have not. I actually sent this on today. It was today, 1 hour ago at 12:32 p.m. I said, I was hoping you can confirm something for me. Last week or so, when we talked about the available time frame for the 11/12 King Road camera, you stated there was only 2:20 a.m. to noon on 11/13/2022 only, right? I have it written down, but wanted to make sure so I can figure out how to space out my FOIAs. So I'm going to end this recording right now. I'm not going to post this until I get a response. Okay, so it is 3:30 p.m. My phone just went off. I just got a response. I'm in the middle of editing. This is what she stated to me. Now, originally, as you saw and heard from the previous portions of this video, I had written down that she told me that it was 2:20 a.m. to noon on 11/13/2022. That was the full 11/12 footage. What she just sent me at 3:29 p.m. Central Time was, I just double checked, and it's 2:25 a.m. to 12:05 p.m. on 11/13/2022. So what's up with the 156 screenshots? It's either fake or it's real, and for some reason, they're not including this very pivotal time of the girls getting home in their so-say evidence version of 11/12. So I'll be getting some things together in a very professional way and sent over to her regarding this 156 timestamp screenshot that we have, because this is not a good look. This is not a good look. I don't know if it's not a good look for the Goncalveses, or if it's not a good look for MPD, or if it's not a good look for both. But either way, this is not a good look at all. Let me know what you guys are thinking, though, right now down in the comments. If you like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And please don't forget to make sure that that notification bell is set to all so you don't miss any of my rants, reviews, reactions, updates, or deep dives. See y'all.